Welcome to my first attempt at this. So I thought I would bring you along for a week in my life. So yeah, it feels a bit weird, but just remembering, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's my first attempt at this. Nothing ever has to be perfect. So today's Tuesday, which is the start of my corporate working week. I work for myself on a Monday. So if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Julie. I am 45 years old. I have what I call a hybrid career, where I work part corporate and part on my own business. So very much an entrepreneur outside of the corporate world. And yeah, today is a pretty interesting week. It's quite an exciting week. I work in the whiskey industry, so here in Scotland. So I am an innovation manager, which is really responsible for all new products that we launch and bring out, and also maintaining the existing products that we have. So a bit like a product manager, if you like. So I've actually had a period of annual leave last week, so I'm just catching up this morning with some emails over coffee, of course. And I'm about to go into some meetings a little bit later on this morning with my two teammates. So I have responsibility for two members of staff, sorry. So I am a manager of a team of two is what I'm trying to say. So marketing manager and a MPD or innovation exec. So I have a catch up with them every Tuesday for half an hour. We just catch up on various things, projects that we're working on, etc. Just check in with them, which is probably one of the most favourite parts of my job, is working with other people, kind of coaching them, sharing my knowledge, expertise, skill set. So that feels quite nice. And then prepping for, we have a big MPD planning meeting tomorrow. And sorry, I should say, in case you haven't noticed, I am working from home today, so I tend to go into the office, so my 4-day working week, 2 days out of 4 or 3 days out of 4, it just depends what's on. So because I've had a little bit of a period of annual leave last week, I was getting surgery, I am working from home just to catch up on everything that's been going on in the business last week, and prepare myself for, we have a big MPD, so new product development, that's what MPD stands for if you don't know, a big MPD planning session tomorrow, 3-hour meeting. So I lead that with my team, and we're just getting ready for, so I'll just do a little bit of prep to get ready for that. The agenda's already done, went out 2 weeks ago, so it involves everybody in our business, and maybe I'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. So yeah, just catching up. And then this afternoon I've got some calls on a different project, so and in between that I'll just be getting my head down on things that need actioned, like all those admin-y things, and of course in between all of that I'll be drinking lots of coffee and fueling myself in the right ways. I should say, when I work from home, there is something that's absolutely non-negotiable for me, and that is 3 walks a day. Like, I do not skimp on this unless I'm exceptionally busy. I always find time in the day to go for walks. I do one in the morning, typically after, on a day like today I would do it after I've caught up on emails, or I would get out and do it first thing, but I'm in the UK, so it's pretty dark when I get up still. So I wait till the sun comes up a little bit, and then I go for a bigger walk at lunchtime, and then I go for another little walk sort of mid to late afternoon before it gets too dark. So here in the UK, that's about 4:30. I'm not sure where you're watching from. So yeah, that's my day. I hope you enjoy following along for today and the rest of the week, and I will check in with you again later on today. For breakfast, I have made, I don't know if you can see, I just call it my peanut butter and jelly oats. It's porridge. If you're Scottish, it's always porridge. It's never oats. And this is super easy. So I call this like it's actually what I call boosted porridge. So it's porridge oats, a tablespoon of flaxseed for omega-3s, some cinnamon, almond milk. And then I've added as the topping almond butter and my homemade chia seed blueberry jam. And it is absolutely scrummy and yummy, delicious. So this will keep me going until lunchtime. So fuel yourself, ladies. You deserve it. Just off for walk number 2 of the day, middle of the day, lunchtime, so I try and make this one a slightly longer walk. Got my headphones on, so I'm going to listen to, I think, today a podcast. There's a few on my download list that I'm keen to give a listen to, so I'll let you know what I end up putting in the earbuds. See you soon. Towards the end of the day now. Ooh, only another 1 hour to go. Then it's time for dinner. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to take my last walk of the day and finish the podcast that I'm listening to. And if I have time later or some other point in this video, I'm going to just talk to you a little bit about this podcast that I'm listening to because it's absolutely brilliant. Okay, the working day is done, thank goodness. Yeah, pretty hectic day. Tuesday always is because it's my Monday effectively. So got through all the emails, did my non-negotiables, and already for tomorrow, which is the biggest job. So tomorrow I have a all department MPD planning session. We are into planning for 2026, so we work in cycles, and pretty much all of our 2025 planning, product planning is done. We're in the creation stage. So we try and work ideally 18 months ahead, but we're kind of at 12 months ahead. So we have a big meeting tomorrow, which I will lead. Sort of session will be made up of people from across our whole business. So that's marketing, including our digital marketing teams and our brand marketing teams. It includes our events teams. It includes all of our commercial teams, all of our whiskey team, our head of European marketing and our MD of European marketing. And yeah, it's a pretty big session. I will be there from a global perspective, so I sit in a global team. We have, our products are for sale in 30 markets globally. So we have a big foothold in the UK and Europe, and then we're also in other markets internationally as well. So when we plan, we're planning from a global perspective. So whiskey for all of the markets that we operate in. So we are looking at global products, but also regional variances as well. So it's a big session, and but it should be high energy and a fun session. So I'm looking forward to it. But right now I am going to kick back, make some dinner. I'm going to make a big pot of chili, which is going to feed me for the next 2 or 3 nights. And I don't have to worry about cooking for the next few nights. I'll be zonked tomorrow. And yeah, I'm just going to kick back. Oh yeah, I'm going to paint my nails tonight. So nothing too crazy. I use this on my nails. It's just a little, I don't know if you can see that. I think it's manicurist. So this is just a little glow that goes on your nails. It's very, very minimal actually. So yeah, and then I'm gonna just do some stretches in front of the TV. Always doing things that make me feel good. Love a chili. Hello. I feel so incredibly tired tonight. It's Wednesday. That was an extraordinarily busy day for me today in the office. And it was also really busy. So we had all of our country heads in the building from our EU markets. So I think in total it's something like 13 or 14 different country heads. So there's a big EU meeting going on, and then there was my big meeting, which was the MPD planning session for 2026, which was 3 hours from 9 till 12, and it went really, really, really well. Really good energy in the room, which is great. I love it. Like, I love a good, creative brainstorm. It's really, really good for the mind. It gets you, it gets you into like a little bit of a flow, which is great, and everybody comes with good ideas and good energy. So I just have to write it all up now. Yeah. The other thing that I missed today, which I was really disappointed about, was we had a little lunchtime celebration for Chinese New Year. Asia are one of our really big markets, so Unfortunately, I got pulled into another meeting. This is often what happens in the corporate world at lunchtime. If you're watching this and you're in a business that puts meetings in over a lunch period, please speak up and reclaim your lunch break. I feel so incredibly passionate about this. The amount of people that don't take a break at lunch, it is insane. And people that put meetings in at lunch, I don't get that. I just don't get that. So maybe that's their working practice, but don't let them inflict it on you. That's what I will say. So speak up and say, you know, great, thanks for the meeting invite, but let's do it outside of this hour or this 30 minutes, because that's when I take my lunch break. Just saying. And one of my lovely colleagues gave me, like I was saying, I was on annual leave last week, so I've not been in the office. She said, Julie, I've brought you a present, so we quite enjoy a snack and we like to talk a lot about food. So we're like real foodies. And she said, I was in this shop in Glasgow, which is the west side from where I am in Edinburgh. And she said, I saw this product and instantly I was like, it was in the bag because I thought of you. And I don't know if you can see it, but it sounds absolutely incredible. It's maybe reversed on the camera, but it says croissant butter. Can you believe it, that actually even exists, croissant butter? And somebody works in innovation. I love anything that's new or that's, that's new. So this is croissant butter. I have not opened it because it will probably last about 2 minutes. So things like this, I have learned, as long as the lid is on and sealed, I can probably live with this for a very long time. The minute the lid is off, it's a goner. I probably go through a jar of peanut butter a week, so just saying. Let's see. So on the back it says, a crunchy sweet spread crafted with our caramelized croissant and toasted white chocolate. I mean, can you believe that this even is a thing? Croissant. Caramelized croissant and toasted white chocolate flavour. So I will report back on this. It sounds absolutely delicious. What it doesn't say is what you put it on. I'm assuming it's toast and probably sounds like it might be quite nice in porridge or oats, depending on where you are in the world. So yeah, I was very excited about that, and it's the kind of thing I love. That's a little random act of kindness, and that's the kind of thing that makes my heart feel filled with joy. So I will report back on this, and then I'm going to make a cup of tea and actually go to bed. Tomorrow's another day. Good evening. It's currently Thursday night. Already ready for bed, which feels nice. I went for a lovely dinner after work with one of my really good friends, who I've worked with before actually. We met in a previous working life, and I always think you're really lucky if you get to work with good people, and if you get to work with the same good people twice, then you're really, really lucky, and she's one of those people. So, I mean, I've been at her wedding and everything, so we're that close. And we went for, first time this year, for quick dinner. She has 2 young children, so we went for a quick dinner and catch up after work, and it was just what was needed. it's moments again like that are just so good for the soul, just chatting and laughing as well. Like, she's the person that I can have a real good like belly laugh with, and you need those people. Those are the people that just light you up, I think, and make a very busy day and a very stressful day a little bit easier to take. And I'm laughing, and I say that because of my Garmin today. So I have a Garmin, and it has this little measurement on it called body battery, which is just at measuring your energy. And my body battery, for the first time ever since I've had this watch, is at 7, which is really, really, really low. I mean, that's practically on empty, running on empty. And then it gives you a little message to tell you, it sort of sums up what sort of day you've had from an energy perspective. And mine's today, it says demanding day. You've had a demanding day. It's important to get plenty of sleep after days like this, especially when your body battery is low, to help you recharge and recover from stress. So it's so weird because that is exactly the sort of day that I've had today. So after work, I think as well, I don't know what your coping strategies are for stressful days. Mine's is always movement, as I've maybe spoken about before. It just is something that always helps me to shift my mental state. But the other thing is connection, I think, as well. Times or moments with friends, like the one I had tonight after work, laughter, connection, chit chat, good food. Again, it's a really, really good stress reliever. So, and I think the one thing that I've sort of noticed is as you get older, I mean, definitely in my 20s and 30s, I would have gone out after work, especially on a Thursday night, so much more frequently than I do or have done in my 40s. I think I go out less in my 40s, but with the same groups of people. So I'm really consistent with the groups or very small groups of friends that I've had. So again, 20s and 30s, I would go out, with anyone that sent a text saying, what are you doing tonight? Do you want to go out? Yeah, let's go. But now I just have a really small select group of friends that have been with me for pretty much all of my adult life, I would say. So that feels nice. I've got really trusting, I feel blessed actually, because my girlfriends are a really long-standing, trusted, friends through life. So that's one thing with age that I have noticed. I definitely have less friends, but I have deeper relationships with the friends that I've got. But we definitely meet a whole lot less. We're all busy and everybody's got, they're at different stages in their careers and in their lives. So it's not always as easy as it was. Plus, I don't know how you feel, but I do not have the energy. And I think I've said in my videos before, I do not drink like I used to. I mean, I had one glass of wine tonight, but that was it. I mean, before, it would be like a bottle and then another bottle, and then you'd get out for work and you'd go at it the next day if it was another weekend night or Friday night. So I absolutely cannot do that anymore at all. So yeah, I'm back home now. The minute I came in, I was like, face wash, pajamas on, and I'm just gonna have a little sit down. So I've got my notebook here. So again, I always try and do something every day that takes me forward in my life, that takes me one step further towards where I want to be. And it can be something really simple, like maybe even writing down a to-do list of things that actually I just need to sort or organise to take something forward. So I always try, and it just makes me feel good and like I am chipping away and taking progress. I think it can sometimes become really easy to, I'll do it tomorrow night, I'll do it tomorrow night, I'll do it tomorrow night, and then tomorrow night doesn't come and everything just stacks up. So, and it motivates me as well. Like if I am chipping away and making plans, just a little thing every single night, then I always know mentally that I'm going forwards, that I'm not stuck. So that's important to me, even on the days where I do feel, quite tired, because working on my own business is the thing that lights me up. I think again I've said that before. That's the thing that puts me into like a happy place. So, and it's exciting. I find it exciting, and yeah. So anyway, rambling on. So I'm gonna just write down a couple of things that I want to do at the weekend in respect of my business. And yeah, gonna go to bed, make a hot drink, always end the day with a hot drink. It's like a hug in a mug. Hello team, so it is lunchtime on Friday, working from home day, which is always feels like a nice end to the week. So look, I have a little friend with me today. Come and say hello. Come and say hello. Here he is. Here he is. This is Hamilton. Say hi. We call him Hammy. This is my niece's dog. Isn't he gorgeous? He's like our family therapet. We love him. He's the cutest, and I've got him today to look after, and it's just the best. I get little hammy cuddles. Anyway, working from home day, laundry's on, and I have actually at lunchtime a training class, something that I'm really interested in, which is somatic experiencing. It's like it's kind of mind-body science, movement-based mind-body science. So just an area that I'm really interested in. I'll tell you a little bit more about it after. It is the end of the day, Friday, the end of a working week, and it's been extraordinarily busy. I think I said that the other day. So start of the year, things tend to ramp up a little bit. People find their second year towards the end of January. I always find that like it's always a slow start when people come back from the new year, Christmas break, and then towards the end of the month it just goes boom, everyone wakes up. So it's felt a bit like that this week, and I now am going to, so I spoke about at the start of this week some non-negotiables for me, which is always taking a walk. The other non-negotiable for me at the end of a working week is to sit in meditation. So I've meditated for a long time now, probably the best part of 8 years, and I would say I have a pretty consistent practice. I don't do it every single day, but I do try and do it at least once a week, but I tend to sit in meditation for a lot longer than just, 10 or 15 minutes. So, sorry, this is like looking like completely out of focus. So yeah, sorry, that was completely out of focus there. It was a little bit annoying. Come back into the light. So what I was saying is, I don't meditate every single day. I tend to meditate once a week, but I meditate for longer. So I don't do, 10 or 15 minutes every day or every other day. I tend to sit in meditation for like maybe 30 minutes, sometimes a little bit longer. It depends, all depends on how I feel within my own body and in my own mind. I know this week has felt very, very busy at work. I can actually tell. So I have a Garmin watch that is absolutely brilliant at measuring your physiology. So I this week it's been just priceless, and it's been telling me when my stress levels have been creeping up. So I absolutely know for a fact that I need to sit in meditation tonight. I can feel it in my neck. I feel like tension in my neck and in my jaw and just at the top of my upper back, that horrible around my shoulder blades. So that's my body telling me something quite important, and you should never ever ignore those signs. So I'm going to sit in meditation for maybe 20 minutes, half an hour, and just sit with that thought of, sit with that tension and just try and work through that a little bit with my thoughts and try and let it go. So that's what I'm going to do now. Then I'm going to make my dinner. I'm going to also walk this little guy. Where is he? There he is. Let me see. Hammy, we're going to go for little walkies, aren't we? So we're going to do a little walk, Hamilton and I. Isn't he just the cutest little thing you've ever seen? Oh my goodness, he's just so gorgeous. So we'll do a little walk and I will return him to his owner, who is my niece. She's 14. Soon to be 15. And yeah, that's kind of me. Oh, he wants to come on camera with me. Look, he's standing up when he's jumping off. I think he's a bit afraid of the camera, actually. There he is. There he is. There we are. So cute. I love him. He just gives me so much joy. Aren't they the cutest pets? So yeah, that's how I come down after the end of a very busy week, which is funny because a long time ago, I would have headed to the pub and I would have probably drank not just one bottle of wine, but 2 and stayed out until something ridiculous like 2 or 3 in the morning with my friends. So those days are long gone, and I'm not sure that was a very healthy way to relieve stress, but I guess when you know better, you do better. Isn't that true? Isn't that a good saying? So yeah, I'm going to have a super cozy night, make some yummy tea, sort my mind out by or relaxing into the weekend, start the meditation. Also a brilliant way to just reset yourself for a nice chilled weekend. And the other thing I guess I haven't spoken to you about was a podcast that I listened to earlier in the week. So it's a podcast with Mel Robbins. I don't know if anybody follows her. She's a life coach, American, and I just think some of the content that she puts out on her podcast are particularly excellent. She's on YouTube as well. And this was a podcast with Martha Beck, who is I think a sociologist, but her story is pretty incredible. And she's talking about how you can use the sensations and feelings you have in your body to help you navigate your life and help you build the life that you want, like by tuning into your body sensations like tightness or that kind of feeling sometimes you get in your stomach if you're really anxious. By tuning in and listening to those, it can really help you direct yourself in the way you want to go. So again, this is something that I absolutely love, which is mind body science. In fact, the session that I did earlier on today, teacher training session, was on that exact thing. So, and again, it's why I sit in meditation. So if you're listening to yourself and you're understanding, you're building that conscious awareness of how you feel from time to time, then it really is so powerful and a really great way to help you move forward in life. And ever since I've started doing it, I have just gone, piece by piece, step by step, forward and up in a way that I wasn't doing in the past. So, and it all begins with that sort of conscious building that awareness in yourself. So this podcast was particularly good, but she talks about like building a path and tuning into those sensations in your body that make you feel really, really good, and also those sensations in your body that don't make you feel really good, and to find a way to track them. And if you are tracking how you feel, which is essentially what she's saying, on a day-to-day basis, and you slow down enough to start to tune into that in a really meaningful way, then you can start to dial up what makes you feel good, i.e. pick more of that, and dial down, i.e. start to avoid or don't do what doesn't make you feel so good, or what's not taking you to where you want to go in life. And so that podcast just really resonated with me. Yeah, check out that podcast. I think, you might find it helpful. And that's it. That's my first vlog week in my life. I'm sure I'll get better at speaking to the camera and try and string sentences together. Hamilton and I wish you a great rest of your week. Thanks for tuning in. Mwah. Ciao.